Well, good morning, guys. It's Steve with the Outdoor Couple. I got out of the house today. The weather has been horrible in Lake County. It's been constant rain and wind, and so today I finally got a day where I can get out. It's Friday. I don't even know what the date is, but I think it's the 21st of March, and time is like 6:50. Sunrise won't be until another 20 minutes or so. And I'm out here on Hidden Valley Lake. I'm just out here to scratch an itch. It's spring, and I love getting out here on this lake in the spring. So today, that's where I'm at. And I'm going to begin casting right away, actually. Get this propel in the water. I'm going to be throwing two crankbaits. Basically, they're the same crankbait. Evergreen CR10 and a CR6, just for different depths. That's what I'm going to start with today. And then as the sun comes up, I may move to deeper water. But for right now, I'm going to start with a CR10 and see if I don't catch too much grass. I don't know if you guys store your casting reels with a drag set. I don't. I always say, oh, there's fish here. Let's see what happens. I expect the weed growth to have increased here. Yep. I'm already going through it. I may have to switch to the CR6, just so it doesn't get down in the weeds. This is the problem with early spring. The weed growth does start early here on this lake. Water temperature this morning is 51 degrees, so it's still pretty cold. I don't know if these fish have started moving up, but they should. It's that time of year. They should start coming up into the shallows, especially looking for bait. Small bluegill, things like that. They should be up here hunting. It's brisk this morning. It's like 41, 42 degrees, and I can feel it. Yeah, this lure I'm fishing dives about 10, 11 feet. I'm sitting in 12 feet of water, so I'm sure I'm going to pick up some weeds. I do not see fish on the graph at all, so at least right underneath my boat, there's nothing. Uh-oh. Guard dog on duty. He's probably not happy he sees me out here on his lake. But that's just the way it goes. It's overcast skies today, partly cloudy. And then the winds are supposed to come up later this afternoon, but I'm only going to be out here to probably no later than noon. It really depends on how the fishing is. Water clarity is not bad at all. Water this cold it just, it has been cold in the mornings. This morning is the exception. Yeah, yesterday it was in the 30s. The day before it was in the 30s. So I really don't know if these fish are going to move up into the shallow water. I am planning another trip out the lake. Oh, there's a bunch of fish right there, right below me. Those look like bluegill, though. I am planning a trip to Lake Berryessa here soon. I'm coming over some weeds there. And maybe Tuesday. Well, there's definitely bluegill in here. I can see them on the screen, and there's a lot of them. Now, if we can just get the bass to follow them. Well, I think it was last year at this time when I hooked a 9-pounder. It was across the other side of the lake, but that was a beautiful fish, and he hit the crankbait. I don't know if anybody's been fishing out here or what kind of pressure the lake has gotten. So I imagine not very much, just because of the basis of the weather. But anyway, glad to have you guys out here with me today. Let's see if we can't make it worth our while. I'm having fun already. I'd rather sit in this kayak and cast lures in the hopes of catching. Oh, there I go. I'm hooked up. Oh, man, that's a good one. Jesus. Okay, now we're on. Isn't that weird? This seems like a good fish too. Oh, he's not bad. Oh, and he threw it right there. Son of a gun. It wasn't bad. It was about 3 or 4 pounds. I was just talking away, and then bam. That was a good fish. Unfortunately, he got off. So, well, at least we know they're up in here, right? Check out them hooks. They look good. Yeah, that's half the battle, is kind of knowing where the fish are. Man, he just stopped that lure in its tracks, too. Well, I was hoping to show you guys a fish right off the bat here. That's how it goes sometimes. Can't catch them all, that's for darn sure. But I'm quite happy that I did get bit out here. Lots of signals out here. I don't know if they're just all bait fish or what, but lots of signals on the graph. I may just shut it off, and let's do that. Let's see. Or not. Let's shut it off, see if that makes a difference. We don't need it in here. I know how deep this is in here. Sometimes that sonar, they can feel it, they can hear it, and if they get wise to it, they won't stick around. They'll take off. That's becoming a problem on Clear Lake with forward-facing sonar. These guys are everybody's fishing forward-facing sonar, and the fish are getting savvy. You know, you shoot. Oop, that was. What the heck was that? You shoot your beam towards fish, and what they're noticing is that the fish are swimming off. They're leaving that beam. Oh, Jesus! Right here at the boat. Oh my God! Oh my God! He hit it right here at the boat. See? I turned that beam off. We're going to put this one in a net. Okay. Okay. The first fish is in the boat. Man, it caught him out on the outside of his mouth. All right. There you go. Oh, they curl their tails. There you go. First fish in the morning, 3-pounder, at least a 3-pounder. Red lips, they must be eating crawdads. I'll be fishing that bait a little later. Anyway, there we go. Okay, skunk's out of the boat. Thank you, honey. Thank you for giving us some action there. All right. I'm ready to do that again. Man, he just crushed it right at the boat. Now, was it because I turned off my sonar? I don't know. But I tell you what, I'm glad I did. He just crushed it. The fish have moved up. They are moving up. I'm sitting over 12 feet of water, and 12, 14 feet of water, and they're here. That's 2. That's not bad. I mean, he hit it right underneath my boat. So it's Friday morning, it's early out here. Nobody's up, it's quiet. I'm liking this. You know what, this is exactly what I needed. Brenda's been away, she's been down in Phoenix looking after her sister. Her sister had a orthopedic surgery, and Brenda went down there to help out. And I've been sitting home alone with Stella, which is great, but not being able to get out and fish is I even tried to book a late season pheasant hunt and see if I can get the dog out and hunt pheasants, but I couldn't do that for some reason. They were already booked up. So but I'm glad I came out here so far. I mean, you know, there's still other bass out here, I'm sure. I think the biggest fish I've hooked in this particular cove has been around 5-6 pounds, but I did catch one. I hooked one, I should say, on a spinnerbait here that literally broke the line. He swam underneath my kayak, almost snapped the rod in two, and broke the line off. I never did see the fish. It happened so fast. What a beautiful morning. So let me give you a little history about this lake. I try to do that every every time I'm out here. This lake is 120 acres. The deepest spot on this lake is just under 70 feet, and that would be down near the dam. It's a private lake. It's Hidden Valley Lake, so it's available to the residents of Hidden Valley community and their guests. This lake was used as a brood lake by Department of Fish and Game, and the fish that were brewed here were actually the fish that they used to stock Clear Lake and Lake Berryessa, the largemouth anyway. This still holds a world record of 18 pounds 2 ounces, largemouth, caught on 6-pound test line. So I don't know how he got it in the boat, but I did have a chance to meet the man who caught the fish, and I did get a chance to talk to him about it. Name's Kevin Hall. He actually lives here in Hidden Valley. Anyway, this dam was created in the early 70s, so the lake's well over 50 years old. And let me turn around. And the bass that were put in here were from Florida. They're a Florida strain largemouth. I don't know if they were raised here in California as you know, in a hatchery and then put here or what, but that's the type of fish they are, and they do get big. My PB out here was 10 pounds 5 ounces. I think I've hooked bigger fish, but you know, like all big fish, I mean, your chances of losing them are really good. So I don't get upset when I lose a fish. It's all part of it. You know, there's so many integral parts of it. Sometimes I mess up. Sometimes the hook it's not hooked right. Sometimes the fish is able to throw it. There's a lot of things that can happen, but I don't let it I mean, it bothers me, don't get me wrong, especially if I lose a big fish. But I don't freak out over it. I'm very fortunate in the fact that I get to fish a lot, and I always keep that in mind. So if there's any community members out there watching this video, and I hope that you are, crankbaiting out here is really good in the spring. In the fall, I tend to switch to a spinnerbait, but in the spring, this crankbait, and it's an evergreen CR10, just seems to pick up a lot of bites. So you may want to look into that. I'm hitting grass right there. It gets shallow right up in there. Well, lure came back pretty clean. You know, it's crisp out here today. It's not really cold, which is to my liking, actually. I'm done with the cold this year. I think that, I mean, it wasn't really a bad winter, but I'm just done. I'm ready for spring and summer. And what I will do is I will change lures. I'll go back to where I started and I will start throwing a CR6 just in case these fish have moved up shallower water. Oh, look at that. There's bait right there. Something's chasing that bait. I don't think a school of bait would just break the water. I'll go over it. There we go. I don't think a school of bait would just break the water for nothing. Something scared it up there. So there's no, I say bait, but there's no bait fish in this lake. This lake has largemouth bass, bluegill, crappie, and I've never caught one, but I believe there's catfish in here too. And that would be it. There's no trash fish. There's no shad. There's no bait fish. What do you think? Like, well, that's too bad, you know. These fish would have a lot to eat. They eat themselves. They do cannibalize the young fish, and they stocked trout in here a couple years ago. I don't know if the trout are still here, but a couple years ago, 2023, they put in 1,800 trout, and they were pretty big size actually. There's more bait coming up over there. They were actually big. I was catching them with this same crankbait, and they were, 18 to 20 inches long. So they were some big trout. Come on, fish, where'd you go? There we go. Oh, baby, that's a good one there. Man, that sucker hit hard. Oh, this is a good fish here. They start pulling your kayak, you know it's a good fish. He's actually pulling me around. There he is. Oh, yeah. It's a nice fish. Oh, wow. So let's see if I can't get him in there for you guys. Oh, yeah. Man, you know what? He feels bigger than he is. There he is. Whoop. He saw the net. He said, no, I don't think so. Actually, that's a nice fish. Come on, turn around. There he goes. He's in the net. Oh, that's a nice fish. Let's get the hook out of him. Come on, man. There we go. All right. There we go. That fish is 4 pounds, 3.6, 4 pounds. I mean, he's just a heavy chunk. Here you go back here. Just a heavy chunk. Look at that. You know, it's about, I don't know, I'm guessing almost 20 inches long, 21 inches long. All right, Mama, look at the belly on her. Look at that. Okay, sweetheart, thank you for the fun. And she splashes me as she leaves. Great. Okay. Well, man, she hit hard. She was not playing. So what is that? It's 3. I've landed 2 and lost 1. Not bad. You know, just going fishing. I haven't moved 100 yards from where I launched. I'm going to move. I'm going to move around. There's other places I like to fish, but I'm not going to leave fish to find fish, you know? They're not hitting it from behind. These fish are coming at it head on, or I don't know if they're hitting the fish to try to kill it first before they eat it. I don't know, but it's interesting. Bunch of bait right in front of me here. Uh-oh, here comes the osprey. That osprey came down. Did you see that, folks? It saw the fish up on the surface and it came right at him. It looks like it's going to do it again. But there's definitely bait over there. Bluegill or something, and that osprey came right down on him. We're both fishing it. We're both fishing them. Well, that last fish was a good fish. It wasn't a giant, but you know what? I'm happy. There we go. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man, he clobbered it. This is a big fish here. Wow. He smoked that thing. And he does not want to come up. Oh yeah, it's a good one here, man. Oh, baby. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ah, Jesus. That is a big fish. That is a big bass there. Crankbait. Get that out of my way. Whoa, whoa. There you go. That is a beauty. All right, guys, I went back to the crankbait and picked this guy up. I don't know what he weighs, but we should probably put a scale on him, just because. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm reading 7 pounds, 8 ounces. Nice fish. That is just a lunker. Look at that. Look at that. I can hardly lift them up there. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, Mama. Come on. And there she goes. She's out. Nice 7 pounder. Man, I thought I wasn't going to catch anything else. But you know what? You got to keep throwing. All right. I'm going to head over to the other side. This side has been good. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And look for me out there on Berryessa next week. I'm going to go back and see if I can't get that jig bite going again. So until then, I'll see you in the next adventure. Thanks again for joining me.